right, sometime tonight you got Jessie Godderz one-on-one. How do you get the W?
Okay, look, there's something I want to get to the bottom of here. I was just in L.A. Helping promote my show Off the Hook Extreme Catches on Animal Planet. And Jessie Godderz, right? Jessie Godderz? Okay, look, he's saying he's from L.A. Him and Tara are Hollywood's top couple. He's very popular. He's a movie. He's world famous. No one there knows who he is. I was asking around. Me and Brad were out riding our hogs. Brad Pitt, if you know who he is. We were out riding our Harleys around. I had a couple of his babies in the back. They're like double tandem on the back. We're driving around having a good time. We went over to Kurt and Goldie's house, Goldie Hawn, Kurt Russell. I'm not sure why they have different names still. They've been married forever, but they got a lot of nice antiques. They didn't know who he was. No one really knew. Went over to Steve-O's house. Man, I'm telling you right now, this guy, I don't think it's the truth. I don't think he's actually from L.A. I don't think he's world famous. I don't think he's even been on a television show. Now, I, on the other hand, I'm on 2 a week. And Jessie Godderz, goody two-shoes, tonight, he's getting beat.
All right, Jess, we just talked to Showtime Eric Young. You said he was out in L.A. last week, and he's doing a little scouting on you and said no one's even heard of you.
No one's even heard of me. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Everybody knows Mr. Spectacular. Do you know why? Because I've been on more TV channels than he can count. He can't even count that high. What friends was he actually hanging out with? Seriously. Go ahead. No, yeah, please.
He said his friends Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell, and they've never even heard of you.
Well, that's why I don't hang out with those people. Yeah. They're B-list celebrities, just like he is. Actually, I think he's a D. You just take that little line out of the B, and that's a D. That's what he is. D. Speaking of the alphabet, I haven't had a carb since '94. He can't even spell carb. That's short for carbohydrate. Yeah. Have you seen me lately? Look at this. Yeah. Everybody knows that guy. Everybody.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, being accompanied to the ring by Tara, Jessie Godderz.
And we are off and running here on Xplosion. Look at these two, huh? They're like the Kanye and Kim Kardashian of Impact. These two,
it's the Hollywood power couple.
They are big, no question about it. Tara, along with Mr. Spectacular, Jessie Godderz. These two have something in common. They are both one another's favorite people.
Yeah, a lot of mirror time for both Tara and Mr. Spectacular, Jessie Godderz. And I can't wait to see the return of Jessie's opponent tonight on Xplosion.
Get ready for this.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be good.
And his opponent, being accompanied to the ring by ODB from Nashville, Tennessee, Eric Young.
We just saw him on the Today Show, and here he is on Xplosion. It's Eric Young along with ODB. And of course, I think this is fantastic because he brought a little fire to go with that fire. And the sense of ODB coming out there, keeping an eye on Tara tonight.
A little fire in Eric Young and a little fire water with ODB in the corner of Showtime. And I think it's a great move that the missus, ODB, is out here to counteract whatever Tara has in mind.
Oh, they're going to try it. Give it. Eric, sure. Wait a minute. Be careful. There we go. That's the way to do it. He told me, yeah, we're into some weird stuff at home. That's what he told me. I don't know what that means.
Well, that's all. You didn't ask?
Open to interpretation.
Where's the checklist?
Here we go. Eric Young off and going. And looked like these two got an elbow smash in there. And we are off. And hey, how about this? This is the battle of television stars. And not only here at Impact Wrestling.
Good point.
We got Big Brother. We got Off the Hook, Eric Young show. And I'll tell you what, these two ladies have with them, quite an interesting choice of selection for these guys.
Certainly the case with Tara at ringside in the corner of Jessie Godderz. ODB, who as of late has been seeing a lot of duty as the special referee for the knockouts matches. What are you looking at me for so funny? What did I say, duty?
She's seen a lot of duty, yes, there's no question about it. Eric Young with an arm drag takedown, and Mr. Spectacular, I'll tell you what, say what you want about Jessie Godderz, no lack of time spent in the gym. This guy looks fantastic, best shape of his life, he says, and you know what? I'll see how he can use that strength to combat somebody the likes of Eric Young.
I think that's really the story of this match as you break it down. In terms of strategy between the two and off the power slam, Jessie doesn't go for the cover there, which kind of surprises me. You have the size and power advantage on the side of Jessie. Mr. Spectacular at the same time. When experience, you've got it in Showtime Eric Young. We're going to see whether it's that power game or whether the experience that wins out. Here's the cover.
You know, looking at their choice of ladies, if you take a look, you can learn about a guy, about the choice of company he keeps sometimes. You know, you've got Tara, who's a great shape, no question, ring veteran. And then you have ODB, who will just flat out drink you and then probably beat you up at the end of the night.
What's wrong with that?
Into, yeah. Well, speaking of getting beat up, look out.
This is what we talked about earlier. The fact that EY had ODB in his corner ensured that Tara wasn't going to be able to get away with the repeated interference that we have seen. And the spear from ODB takes Tara right out of play.
Meanwhile, back in the ring, Eric Young picks up Godderz now, drops him down right between the legs, and a high vertical drop kick from EY.
Beautiful extension of the legs that time by Eric Young as he connects. And then, well, Tara going to get involved again.
And it was that moment, that distraction, that allowed Jessie Godderz to return the favor and deliver a big drop kick of his own. How about that elevation? Can he continue the furry? Will he be able to defeat Eric Young? We're going to find out when we return here on Xplosion. We are back here on Xplosion. JB along with the Professor Mike today, and a cover by Godderz, who has Eric Young where he wants him, dominating during the commercial break, Mike.
Really the key during the commercial break, it has been more of the same for Jessie. Totally in control of this match, and EY needs to get things going here, needs to get some offense. Turning point had to be right before we went to the break. It was the interference on the part of Tara outside that referee Brian Stifler did not see.
And certainly as we look ahead, both of these gentlemen very confident what they do, but I spoke to Eric Young, a little depressed, a little upset he wasn't in the Bound for Glory series. Yeah, if you can believe that. But we're going to talk Bound for Glory series coming up in the spin cycle. 3 members of the Bound for Glory series join us later on. Here's a cover.
Right back at it again. And Eric Young able to avoid that 3 count. Now both legs stacked up, and EY digs down deep to kick out. Nothing like the Bound for Glory series. Wins, losses, never more important, JB.
Never more important, and certainly even if you go as far as to get yourself disqualified, what a detriment that can be in an instant. Minus 10 points. I love that. I love the different aspects, the different things that can happen. October and getting there is going to be a wild ride the next 4 months.
At the same time, when you think of the Bound for Glory series, keep in mind that wrestlers will be going for submissions, trying to get that extra 3 points, trying to get that full 10 with a win, as another near fall here for Jessie Godderz. And now going to go with a move with a top wrist lock to try and just continue to neutralize Eric Young and keep him down on the mat.
Well, he certainly seems to have a size advantage, but the question is, does he have enough gas in the tank? And that's what Eric Young has. We've seen time and time again. We know she's got enough gas in the tank. Eric Young now fighting to get to his feet. Crowd getting behind him solidly. Delivers a right to the midsection. Breaks the hold, and again. Wow.
Eric trying to get that offense going. Jessie seems to have an answer for all of the strikes, but now, finally, Showtime puts it together.
And there we go. Big right forearm, and again.
Whoa. Wind him up, discus lariat, followed by EY, belly to belly, pin, no, just 2.
And you can see on the outside of the ring, the expression on the face of Tara. She knows her man's in trouble, but hold on a minute. Godderz now.
Watch this, using the ropes for leverage.
Luckily, Brian Stifler, who has a keen eye for such things, able to see it, stop it, and now Eric Young from behind rolls up Godderz.
That one was close.
Real close. Big elbow smash. Now, oh, look at that. What agility over the top rope. And
again, keep your eyes on Tara. Got the leg of Eric Young hooked in. Here comes ODB.
Oh, big right hand. Bam! There's ODB delivering the goods. And now to the top rope. Godderz has Eric Young. And Eric Young delivers a headbutt that takes Godderz from the second rope. Now EY. From the top. Here we go. Big elbow.
Xplosion.
That is the way. God only knows how those two are going to celebrate. Eric Young and ODB.
What have you heard?
I'll give you details later, Mike, trust me. But I'll tell you what, Tara and Godderz put up a good fight there. Jessie and Tara worked together, trying to overcome this, but it was not going to happen, and not tonight. Your winner of the match, along with the lovely ODB, is Showtime Eric Young here on Xplosion.